Hi, I'm Ken German, Senior Managing Editor at CNET, here to give you a first look at the ZTE Render. This is a new phone for US Cellular. Now, I got to tell you, I heard about this phone, I opened up this phone, got out of the box and used it, and it was just a huge disappointment. Now, there's nothing wrong with actually the physical device. It sort of works well, it's easy to use, but sad trombone, this is a Windows Phone 7 device, and it's coming out in late October 2012, just before Windows Phone 8 becomes available. So I just can't understand why Microsoft and ZTE and US Cellular are putting this phone out when it's already going to be obsolete in less than a week or even less than a couple weeks. Now remember that Windows Phone 7 devices cannot upgrade to Windows 8. You have to buy a whole new device. This is upgradable to Windows 7.8, but that's hardly consolation for a phone that's really going to be obsolete. So I got to tell you, I like Windows Phone. I like it a lot. I'm excited about Windows Phone 8, but this phone just isn't cutting it for a Windows Phone experience. Now, if you're going to have a phone that's going to be pretty much outdated the moment you buy it, it should really be free with contract or $80 prepaid. So pricing's not right and not for what you get inside. But I will concentrate on a couple good points for a moment. It does have a nice design. It is comfortable. It is easy to use. Has a good construction. Typical Windows Phone design with the interface. You have the tiles. You go to the main menu. You can go back. You can customize the tiles in the front. You can remove them. You can add some. You can move them around. Here on the back, have a little bit of a pattern. It's only visible when you see it in certain light. You have the camera lens. You have a flash. Up on the top, there's the 3.5mm headset jack. There's a volume rocker on this side, just below or just above the camera shutter. Over on this side, there's the micro USB port that is for the charger and for a syncing cable. Now inside, the phone doesn't have a whole lot. It does have a 5-megapixel camera. Wasn't too impressed with the photo quality. Outside and a lot of light were good. Inside with a flash and at night, not so good at all. But so I wish those were a little better. It does have a 1 gigahertz processor, which was respectable. But you know, when I used it, I found that things were a little slow. The phone, most of the time, took a couple seconds to wake up when I had put it to sleep. A lot of applications opened a little slower than I'd like. The phone is stuck on 3G, so that's getting kind of old as we're seeing LTE from most carriers now. A lot of things will take slower than you're used to if you're used to 4G or even HSPA+. So websites open slower, seen its full site and really graphics heavy and intensive sites opened in about a minute. So that is a long time. One nice thing is the phone does not have a lot of bloatware, which is good. With this phone, not a lot, just your bare features is what you'd expect. Of course, if you want to buy applications, you can go to the Windows Store. Of course, like other Windows phones, it does have the People Hub, so that interacts with Facebook, and if you like other social media services, to integrate them into one area, so when people call, you can see their Facebook photo, you can see their status sometime. There is a Navigator service. Of course, we have the Xbox Live integration, the Zune player, so all the other Microsoft services you'd expect are on this phone. I believe in starter smartphones. I think Windows Phone does need to bleed down into all market segments, whether you're a bargain shopper or whether you're willing to spend a lot of money, but really this phone isn't it. It's going to be obsolete very soon. It's too expensive for being an obsolete phone. It is easy to use, but if you're looking to go to Windows Phone, just wait for those Windows Phone 8 devices. Seriously. I'm Ken Sherman, here with the first look at the ZTE Render for US Cellular.